Oh, hello.
Jim, how you doing, man?
Hey,
Uh,
buddy, what's up?
I don't know. I'm trying to recover from the catastrophic evening that I had. I don't know. Maybe you gentlemen have some salve so I can heal these burns, but I'll try to fucking survive.
They
Now,
roasted you. Never gonna recover.
apparently they roast. Like I said, I haven't really seen. Like I've seen some reports, and I saw maybe just the tail end of their. They did a 2-hour stream on you, right? Like I don't know how much of it you saw either. How much did you see? How about that?
I saw like somebody tweeted it at me, and then I started watching a little bit. I don't know when I jumped in exactly, but then I went and kind of watched the beginning again, straight through to see if I missed anything. Like he had to take it down because there were some goatsy pictures in there.
Yeah.
And he had to go in and kind of like readjust it so it didn't get flagged and that kind of shit. And then he re-upped it. So I think it's probably the same stream. I can't imagine that he would redact anything. But yeah, I watched the majority of it, I think. Just kind of just sitting back and watching it as it unfolded. A lot of it's shit I've already talked about. Like if you used to follow me on Ask FM, or if you've watched my videos, a good majority of the shit's already in there.
So, I mean, it seems like they were trying to psychoanalyze you. Like, what's the issue here? Like I said at the beginning, I won't say like ShortFatOtaku or Mirror Tight. Like we're not really, but he's been around for a while. I've ran in the same circles, and I mean he's always been cool with me. And he made a point of saying on Twitter, "Yeah, I'm still cool with everybody from back then except Jim." And so I'm thinking,
there's a little bit of hurt feelings in there. Yeah,
it's like why? Like I don't understand what it.
I don't know. It's like every once in a while these fucking former Gamergators pop up with some grievance with him, and I don't want to give away too much. I mean, we're doing that stream on Friday, so you got to be the showman, right? You got to build up a little bit of hype for it. So I don't want
some of it in. Yeah,
you got to keep a little bit of it in, but. Yeah. I think partially what it is I made fun of people he didn't want me to make fun of, and then I didn't make fun of people he did want me to make fun of.
Yeah, and he actually mentioned that, I think, like, why aren't you making a video on JF, or why are you so...
Oh my god, the amount of fucking liberalists and, Sargonites and the anti-SJW big thinkers on YouTube, that whatever you want to classify these people as, have just constantly bitching. You need to do a video on Jeff. He's such a lolcow, he's such an epic lolcow. You need to bully JF, man. Like these faggots know the kind of fucking content I make. Like if Jim wasn't biased, he would totally go after JF. There's a lot of shit I don't cover. I didn't cover the fucking the owner of Ed and all the shit that went down with that, right? You remember that?
And that was you mean where they took the site away from him?
Yeah, and that's a great fucking story. That is something I would cover.
It's really funny.
But I mean, I don't get around to everything I want to do. I was going to do a video regarding JF if JF and Destiny went to fucking court. But that never materialized. That was going to be like, I was really looking forward to that because that would have been such a great shit show. But part of it now is I've got all these faggots screaming, make a video on JF, and it makes them so angry that I'm just not going to out of spite.
Well, yeah,
because I know it makes them angry.
That's what I was about to say. It's like that's probably not the way to get you to make a video. Like and he's not the only one that said that. I've seen, other.
I've seen a lot of them say that, and it's the same shit. They all try to come in with the. It's like I did a video a long time ago on Pretender Center where they try to blend in and act like they get it. Like they will actually say shit like, he's such a cow, you need to milk him. Like get the fuck away from me with that.
What the fuck?
Oh, you need to milk him. Just grab his little French titties and squirt into the fucking cup. Oh yeah, milk JF. That's what you want to do. But I don't know. I will say this: if you watch the beginning of the video, I found this personally funny. I think it's a bit telling, but he's got a giant file folder, right? That Lotfi Man gave him. By the way, I do know Lotfi Man. That's totally legit. The guy's not like, some people were like, oh, maybe he's LARPing. No, he was on Metokur. But he's got a giant file folder of all this shit, like all these old screen caps and stuff, some of which are kind of already out there. A few that I think Lotfi Man kind of kept on his hard drive. But he's like, he kept saying too during the stream, people were like, are you trying to dox Jim? This is the beginning part that I had to go back and watch. They're like, are you trying to dox Jim? And he's like, I'm not trying to dox Jim. Here's his picture. I'm not trying to dox Jim. This is his birth date. I'm not trying to dox Jim. here's a literal folder that says Jim's docs, but I'm not going to read what's in that.
Perfect.
Like it's very transparent. This is, part of what I think it is he's looking so desperately for a reason to be socially justified to teach me a lesson, but he's too much of a pussy to pull the fucking trigger. Like, grow a set of balls. If you want to dox me, ShortFatOtaku, do it. I don't. It comes off like a really, I don't know, pussy move. Like to have Jim's docs, but I don't want to show them. I'm in trouble now. ShortFatOtaku's got some pictures. ShortFatOtaku's got a birth date. There was some other funny shit in there too. He's like, Jim's 40 years old, but his girlfriend's only 20. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fucking.
That's really something to be upset about.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking younger chicks. I guess I got
so sad.
I got to apologize for that. I also liked all the life coach advice that he liked to kind of give out. I want to be your surrogate dad and teach you to improve. Coming from ShortFatOtaku, really looking at his metrics, you can tell that's a success. that's a guy you want to take fucking pointers from. I am so psyched for Friday to sit there and just soak up the wisdom of ShortFatOtaku on how to run a fucking channel.
To take some tips from him, yeah. That's kind of like Baked Alaska was trying to throw you some tips too, right? Like, it's like, yeah, I don't really think I need tips from you guys. Also, another one of his talking points, at least from what I'm told, like I said, I haven't really went through the stream yet.
It is fucking, it's pretty good. He started getting a little, I don't know, flustered at the end there, because they went off on this weird tangent about internet friendship. Yeah. I don't know why that fucking conversation keeps coming up. They're like, Jim doesn't have any internet friends, and that's really sad. What are you fucking talking about?
They have internet friends and you don't, and that makes them feel bad.
Oh, Brittany Venti brought this argument up to me too. She brought it up to me the day before Andy Worski and Baked Alaska threw each other under a train. So maybe I'm right on the whole let's not be internet friends thing. I don't think that's working out well for everybody in IBS, present company excluded.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Me and Zidane, I would say we're friends.
Yeah.
But, like,
no, that's why present company.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, but we're actually friends though. Like, it's not some fake shit. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of times people were talking about internet friends or how dare you criticize me and I thought we were cool. They just want to claim that status in order to make themselves immune from you ever criticizing them. So that's what I found. Or remember I did this and this.
Well, yeah, that was one of the things he brought up. Like, I'm listening to the stream and he's like, "Oh, Jim can't take criticism." I get criticism all the time. People, there are a lot of fucking videos up there of people going over like content that I do that they don't like or shit that I do that I don't like. Well, I fucking watch it. I listen to it. One guy did like a 20-minute video about what he didn't like about that guy with the glasses. Another chick did a video talking about the Deviant series. Like, I don't respond to everything because if I respond to it publicly, then people are like, "Oh, he's just trying to rally an army to go shit on them." I watch a lot of that stuff. I listen to a lot of that stuff. But you can't, like, he can't sit behind this kind of like weird logic where he's like, "Well, you just got to sit there and take it, Jim, because I've classified this as criticism now." So you can't laugh at me for saying that you don't have internet friends. Like, I'm gonna make jokes about that.
So how would you classify the end? So from what I was told, and I did see a little bit of this. There was like, Jim won't come on or this and that, and then all of a sudden.
Well, yeah, I'm listening to the stream, and I think they invited me a couple of times from the point that I started listening. So I'm listening to it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I thought he was gonna have like something amazing. So I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm waiting for this to hit. I'm waiting for the really good shit to come. Like, ShortFatOtaku's gonna teach me a lesson. Let's see what he's got. And nothing's coming. Jim, you should come on. So finally, I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it. Send me a link. And the fucking second that Scrump said, "Oh, hey, wait a second, Jim wants to come on," ShortFatOtaku instantly says, "Oh no, I can't do that. I've got to go. There are things that I have to do right now that don't involve talking to Jim. I have to go with my girlfriend for 2 mysterious hours. I can't tell you what we're doing, and then I've got to come back and play Nintendo or some shit like that."
He streamed for 2 hours before that, but he can't say like 20 minutes later.
Oh, I don't know. And so they decided without me that this is going to happen now on Friday at 3. Whatever,
Oh.
fine, I'll do that. With the three of
Yeah,
them.
I saw that.
So-
There's like, oh, there's an open invite for Friday. It's like, okay.
I was like, whatever. Yeah, I'll do it because I don't have a vague excuse not to show up. Huh, ShortFatOtaku. I don't need to go, practice my Nintendo Labo armor building skill on Friday.
You might need it when you get there. That's why.
By the way,
Oh.
full disclosure, I actually bought it. I bought a Switch the other day.
No, stop telling everyone that.
Full
A
disclosure.
lot of people have bought them.
I didn't buy the
Just-
Labo.
just
I
don't
haven't bought
buy
the
fucking
Labo
Labo.
kit though, so
Don't do it.
I will say I will put that out there. But
Let me ask you one thing. They said something on that stream that I found hilarious. They compared you to Rick from Rick and Morty. They called you Mr. Mortiker.
Oh, those are some hot bands. I don't know if I'm gonna be I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle the fucking steaming hot memes these faggots are going to shit out on Friday, but I'll try. I'll give it my best.
you sound a little worried. I mean, like
I'm terrified. I don't know if you've seen ShortFatOtaku's scathing fucking wit, but I'll have to, I'll just have to hunker down, and deal with it.
now, do you remember ShortFatOtaku? Let me ask you that.
Yeah, I remember him being, I think, so I think I'll use the words of other people.
Okay.
And when they said that he was a wannabe E-celeb fucking hanger-on from Gamergate that could never make it,
Oh,
that's kind of what I remember, I guess, is how I'd peg that down.
yeah.
Oh, I know, it's hurtful. It's hurtful to say things like that. Don't worry, Ralph. You haven't agreed to anything. You're okay. You can be diplomatic.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not like he's nobody that I've ever like talked to or anything. Like, okay, a couple messages here and there, but it's more of.
Well, I think
should I just say what I think? Like, honestly, I mean, maybe I should, but
Oh no, don't piss off that large
goddamn, don't say what you
segment of
think.
that large segment of your audience. You don't want to really alienate them.
The ShortFatOtaku.
I don't know. I try to be nice, Jim. I really do a lot of times, and he's never really, said anything negative to me. But it's also like, oh, I'll just, try to stay on Ralph's good side, or at least not publicly talk shit about him. I don't know. It's strange. And I asked him earlier, like I was like, why do you have an issue with Jim? Like, I don't really understand. I mean, to me, and I'm speaking to you face to face, we've talked, like I talked to you 4 years ago. Like we had chats. I did an interview with you when you fucking, whatever, bowed out of Gamergate, which Gamergate, and not to get too deep because I don't want to.
Yeah, the
Turn
fucking
in,
weird thing is, I know it was like an aside. I can't remember where the fuck it was, but it got brought up again, and I think it was with Sargon. And I was, it was like I was bringing up the reasons that I left again, which were almost exactly the same. Yeah, but when I brought them up, people thought I was talking about myself. They're like, Jim needs a wheelchair? No, I'm talking about the fucking chick that wanted a chairlift that asked for $5,000.
Chair and teeth. Somebody.
Yeah, teeth and rent. You remember
Yes.
Tom Sawyer? Or what the fuck was his name? Where he got kicked
Tom
out?
Sawyer.
Got kicked out by his
Sawyer.
two Asian girlfriends and needed money for rent. Yeah.
Yes. It was pathetic. And also, and I mean, I'm not going to relitigate the whole thing, but even at that time and even now, they're like, oh, Jim has a problem with people, trying to make a living. That's never what you said. You told me personally. It's like, no, it's not about that. It's about people, latching on to Gamergate, latching on to something that's hot or whatever, something that might have a bigger purpose, but they're using it for their own personal gain, and they're not doing anything. You know what I mean?
They're riding the trend. They're hopping on the hashtag to run the fundraiser to get the money, then to fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, they're this big, creator or they have some ideas and they want support for that. No, they're trying to fund their fucking, wheelchair lift. They're trying to get new teeth. They're trying to pay their rent, and they're using people to do so. And you've always been very consistent with that.
Your chat has some harsh words for me. Harsh words. Why am I troll shielding Tonka?
Yeah, I've heard that too. Do you want to address that?
Oh, well, I don't know when. Well, one, get your definition right, but two, where am I doing that? Where have I stepped in the last month of this shit show that's been devolving in real time? Where have I stepped in and said, now, guys, let's everybody be nice.
I mean,
Now, guys, you need to. I haven't done anything. I've been doing my own shit.
I
Yeah,
would
you
never
haven't.
expect you to do so either. That's the thing. Like, what the fuck?
And then I saw some people too saying, "Oh, you defended Andy Worski when you cucked to Andy Worski when you were talking to Ice Poseidon."
I've seen
No, I was bringing up the fucking straight up point because I'm talking to Ice Poseidon about Baked Alaska, and then Ice Poseidon says to me, let's just blame Andy Worski, which would, absolve fucking Baked Alaska of all the dumb, retarded shit he does. And I was like, nah, I can't do that. Baked's the fucking narc. So I don't know how that's cucking. That's me not letting him shield fucking Baked from any, backlash against his retarded shit.
Now, I guess I could ask you about this. I mean, you're here on the kill stream right now, by the way. Thank you for
go ahead. You're the host. I came on as a guest. Ask me whatever you like.
So, I mean, I read the same things you read, right? I mean, we're both in tune. We both love fingers.
We both love Reddit. I know. Yes, go ahead.
We love our subreddits.
We both have our fingers on the pulse, right? So some of these people, and I have a feeling that it's the same, 10, 15 people, if that might be a generous number there. But they say Jims is distancing himself from the Kumite. He won't go on Worski anymore. So, I mean, what do you like? What is that true? Have you just decided not to fuck with them anymore?
Well, I mean, there are a couple of reasons for that. I mean, I found more interesting shit. Funny enough, after the Bake Shed, I started watching Ice Poseidon, and it's like a daytime TV fucking drama, like a soap opera, which is entertaining to me. So I've been watching a lot of that. I'm also fucking with the furry community at the moment, so I've been kind of busy with that. So, I mean, those two things have kind of occupied me. I've kind of drifted away from watching it. I liked the Kumite, but I don't know, man. It feels like they lost a bit of the spark. And there seems to be a fuck ton of infighting going on right now between multiple factions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think, the internal drama is fine, and I covered a lot of it. But at a certain point, it's like, all right, time to move on. You know what I mean? Like, just focus on the stuff you want to talk about, and just stop at that. Of course, I like those guys, but just at a certain point. I had a follow up, but it kind of. Did you see me? What did you think about me getting the strike yesterday for?
Well, yeah, didn't you show some fucking whore fingering herself on you? Of course you got a fucking strike. What are you talking about? You're gonna put some disgusting camphor banging away, and you think nobody's gonna take notice?
Wait a minute, Jim. Come on, I cut away at the worst bits. Like, come on,
dude. I watched that chick finger her ass, finger her pussy. She fingered her pussy, pulled her fingers out, rolled something in between them, and started sniffing. And like at that point, I was like, I can't fucking do this. My stomach couldn't handle it. I was like, this bitch is fucking disgusting. So,
yeah, I made a mistake. Let's face it.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
Yeah. Well.
Whatever. I mean, at least you did get nailed. It sucks, but you got nailed on something fair. At least you didn't get like some bullshit report. You know what I mean? Like you did show a whore, so you got nailed for showing a whore.
That's true. I got nailed on it. What made you come on tonight? So people will be like, well, why did you come on the kill stream? Like, what made you show up? Just because we were talking about this stream earlier, or?
Well, no, I have been watching the kill stream.
I've seen you. Yeah,
I think you've been doing a good job with it. So I mean, at least you have an idea what the fuck you're doing. So I that's why I enjoy it. Yeah. Listen, I want a good, every once in a while a good bout of retards screaming at each other. So good matches, and just covering different shit. And you got a good way kind of setting up your flow too. You work in your super chats. You know what I mean? And so you got a good play with your audience. So I think that works.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What do you? Go ahead. No, go ahead. No.
But the other thing too was, I was like, oh well, if he's gonna talk about this, I'm gonna totally jump on. Yeah, I'm gonna totally jump on. And if ShortFatOtaku shows up, I'm gonna be like, I gotta go play Nintendo. I'll see you on Friday.
What time is that debate again?
I don't fucking know. It's whenever he sets it up. So whatever fucking time on Friday he wants to do it is when we're doing it.
What do you have planned though besides that in terms of like videos and stuff?
I got the school shooter vid with the guy that got fucked over by furniture coming up.
Talking about that video for months.
Yeah, because I think it's going to be really good. And then I've got the furry shit will eventually come to fruition, and I'll do a video on that.
Cool.
It's just shit like that. Just kind of going through a backlog of fucking videos that's been sitting there. I got sidetracked a lot by you had all this Kraut and T shit pop up, and then you had all the IBS stuff pop up. And I got fascinated by the IBS stuff because I like watching people scream at each other. But there is another reason, and I was open with people. I said I'm not anybody's friends, but there is another reason that I was kind of pushing behind IBS because it pissed off liberalists to such an extent. Every fucking day that IBS would go on, you would hear people bitching and whining about it. This is trash. This is alt-right propaganda. How could you platform J.F. Gierpe? He's a cow that needs to be milked. And I loved listening to them get fucking angry about that. So, I mean, part of that was kind of the enjoyment of it for me, but I got so sidetracked in this shit that I fell behind on a lot of the stuff that I wanted to work on.
Yeah. That can definitely happen. Damn it, what else was I gonna ask you? I mean, I have the great privilege to have you on the show.
Oh, that sounds gay. Don't say that. we're gonna both look fucking terrible if you say that. Don't say that.
Oh no, they might.
Just say that. Now that I have your faggot ass here, what can I ask you?
You know what? I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again while you're here. You left or whatever and went away for a while. I used to have the internet aristocrat profile, and I remember I was getting roasted for something. I forgot. All this shit runs together. And I was on Twitter and I was still fucking with the Gamergate shit because I was a faggot. And I was like, man, now I'm starting to understand. Really starting to understand why Jim said fuck this and just left. And then all of a sudden, you came, like, it was right when you came back. I didn't know you were back at the time. And you're just like, oh, fucking quit being a faggot. Cry me a river. Like, tweeted at me. And it's still, like, when I think about it, this fucking cracks me up.
Dope.
So, ShortFatOtaku's in the chat, apparently.
Oh my god, I have to.
No.
So my girlfriend suddenly just called me and I need to go play Nintendo.
Does he want to, like, are we going to do it now? Is that...
I'm fine with doing it now if you want to. It doesn't bother me.
I guess if he's man enough, ShortFatOtaku can come up here.
Let's do it. I have his Twitter. So I'll just go ahead and send him the link proactively.
Do it. Let's see if he's man enough. Let's see if he mans up. Or he's gonna be a little bitch.
I mean, he's good enough to be in the chat.
Oh, hey, you'll free up my Friday, so that works for me.
We're here to help. That's what we do.
All right, let's. Oh, okay, here he is.
Apparently, Ralph, your mic is a little low.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm gonna try to turn it up.
It's probably Hangouts doing Hangouts gay shit.
There was a question. Oh, a question from Super Chat. Speaking of working in Super Chats, Jim, please talk about Amos and your thoughts on him, quote unquote, destroying you. LOL.
Amos who? No, I'm not. That's not a joke. Who are we talking about?
I think it's what Amos Yee, isn't the?
Oh, the little Asian dude. Yeah. Didn't he do like a stream with Dinkula earlier or something?
I honestly could not tell you.
I don't know. I guess I missed out on this destruction. I'll have to go watch the play-by-play later on. I did a video on him saying that I thought he was pretty much just trolling because nobody could be this fucking retarded. And that was kind of the end of my interest in him.
I sent ShortFatOtaku the link. I guess I will get meta here. I believe you talked about this before, but I remember a comment that I read, and they were talking about Sargon and that time when you guys got on air. I guess it was a couple months ago. He just seems to be like reaching out for your approval or to try to get you to be something that you've never been, really. And somebody made the comment, like, basically Jim was just shit posting and fucking around and started one of the biggest whatever cultural firestorms in internet history, just fucking around. Do you ever think about that, like the impact that you've had? Not
well, every night. Every night I get on my knees and I pray to Mundane Matt, because remember, he's told everybody that he is the fucking start and beginning of Gamergate. And I think, thank you, Mundane Matt. Thank you, most red-pilled motherfucker on the internet, for starting the culture war and leading us into the bright, brave future that awaits us. No,
No, but seriously, no, I mean seriously, like it's.
I didn't shitpost anything into existing. People were already talking about it.
I mean, they were talking about it, sure, and it still would have been a thing, but I don't know. I feel like you kind of blew it up. You know what I mean? Like you kind of took it to the next level with the burgers.
Nah, there were 1,000 fucking factors. Baldwin doesn't retweet the videos. The hashtag doesn't start.
Right.
You know, people aren't talking about it. I don't hear about it. So I mean, it would be arrogant to fucking say, oh well, you know, I'm trying to picture somebody walking into a restaurant, right? This is how I view it. So I'm trying to think of somebody walking into a restaurant and being like, hey, maybe you don't know this, but I started Gamergate. Maybe I should get a free meal.
The
you know?
funny thing is about 98% or I don't know, at least 95. Most people don't even know what the fuck Gamergate is. Like if you talk to a regular person who's not
Oh no, they look at you like you're from Mars.
Like, what?
Pretty much.
Or maybe they heard about it, but they don't like. It's like, what is that? You know, they really don't know anything about it, like a normal person. So, yeah, I don't know. But still, I have like. It is kind of crazy. All right. I'm trying to turn myself up. I don't fucking know, you guys. So.
Yeah, you sound fine to me. I don't know. But with Gamergate, I mean, that was the primary driving force behind it, especially in the beginning, was anons. It was anonymous people. It was anonymous users, right? That really was what propelled it forward.
On. Yeah.
And that's what's propelled everything forward. I mean, if you look at Chinology when it started, anonymous users, Occupy Wall Street, a lot of anonymous users really fucking pushing it hard. It devolves into faggotry later on when you start, other factors start coming into play. But that initial buildup and that initial push, there's no way you can look at that and be like, that wasn't 4chan. It was completely fucking 4chan.
But, well, yeah, that's where, and I had only been on 4chan a handful of times before then, I mean, to tell you the truth. But that's where I, like, got hooked, you know what I mean? And decided to go in on it. But, I guess,
no,
about this
wait. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Has another Nintendo Let's Play started? Where's ShortFatOtaku?
I know. I sent him the link, and he was in the chat. And
he's still in the chat.
Man, get on the show. What are you doing? Seriously.
Come on, man. We'll be fair. Just you and
he's trying to save
Jim.
those shekels for his channel. I guess I'm not sure, but
we can give him a little.
Oh, people, Ralph, if you want to stream snipes or Jesus Christ, stream snipe somebody. People are saying Wings of Redemption is having a major meltdown on Twitch right now.
Well,
I mean,
you're the expert on Wings too, aren't you?
No, not really. But I do find the whole fucking situation. There are channels dedicated to him. In fact, hold on. I want to give this guy a shout out because he's got a fucking great archive page. Like, if you want to go watch Wings of Redemption melt the fuck down on a daily basis, this guy really does fucking put out videos every day about him. Sean Ranklin, SeanRanklin, for all the hottest Wings content. Every fucking day he puts it up. So those kind of guys, like that kind of dude, is the one that could be the expert on Wings lore.
All right. By the way, I turned myself up. I don't know if it sounds any better or not, so I apologize.
Well, yeah, I'm hearing you in the hangout.
Yeah, you're hearing it differently. So,
and I can't confirm if Wings is freaking out. I don't have that.
I see it. I posted it in the sidebar here. I guess we could tune in.
Time as well, right?
Let's turn up a little bit.
Like you saying that you.
Let me just open a link here.
It doesn't cut it anymore. Period.
Have I ever got pissed at you
Oh, come on.
outside of a video game reference?
Yes.
What would I do?
I don't know if he's freaking out.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
like-
sure.
How do I write it down?
You told me to fuck off for asking to play on PC.
Did you see his? I don't know. Did you happen to have a chance to see his reaction when the video came out?
No, I watched your whole video, but I didn't see what he said in the reaction. Now.
Oh, he tweeted out, "I'm having a really good day," and then the video came out, and he said, "I'm kind of sad now."
Oh my.
That seems appropriate though. Like,
Yeah. Just a
kinda
little.
sad. I'm kind of sad now.
I'm a little upset at the moment.
I'm a little upset.
Oh, and there's a lot of stuff I didn't get to cover with Wings that I redacted that I wish I could have gone into.
I could tell that you could have easily made that probably like an hour video, like with all.
Oh, there was so much more. Like, he got fucked on his mortgage. Like, his grandmother lied to him and screwed him into a second mortgage. He didn't save up. He didn't save up any money. He spent it all on trucks.
Oh,
He had like 3 brand new trucks at the time instead of putting money in the bank. Just really dumb fucking shit that a lot of these people do when they get a little bit of cash in their pocket.
Well, see, the best thing to do, and of course, I mean, you're smart, you already know. Bank that shit. Like, I mean, spend and get some stuff that you need, maybe, or a couple of things that you want, but you need to be saving most of that money.
I diversify.
Because you're.
Well, you know what the funniest thing is though, about him buying like 80 fucking trucks. he never leaves his house. He's only left, I think, the state 4 times and the city like 6 times. Like, he never goes anywhere. So why would somebody who stays at home all day need 3 fucking trucks?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Rarely leaves a 50-mile radius. Yeah, that doesn't.
He just looks at him then.
I don't know what this guy's deal is,
What
but
the hell? Just waste money at that point. Holy shit.
I mean, at a certain point, though, and at the risk of sounding like a faggot again, but you talked about it in your video. I mean, it is kind of like sad and pathetic that, like, he's whining and crying. It's just like, this is the only thing I can do in life. I have to sit here and play this Call of Duty because that's all I have, and I hate it. I just hate my existence. I mean, he just kind of boxed himself into that. Like, there really is nothing else he can do except just sit online and take the abuse, right? I mean, like...
Oh, he's trapped. Yeah, he's terrified he can't find a job. He's terrified that if he quits doing this, he won't have anything to support himself, and he fucking hates it. He hates doing this. He hates playing video games. He hates Call of Duty. He loathes it. It makes him cry every day. He throws controllers every day because he can't fucking stand his lot in life. If he had been smart, and I'll put this out there, I think it's common sense advice anybody will fucking tell anybody, but if you're listening to this and for some reasons at some point later on you become like some big fucking online personality and you're making a shit ton of cash, save it. Put it in the fucking bank. So, 2 years from then when that popularity is gone, you're not bankrupt.
And 9.9 times out of 10, it's going to be gone. Because
Yep.
and you can hear Hollywood actors will tell you the same thing. Like, there's a prime earning period. Like, when you're hot, you get all the money you can, you take as many roles as you can, and you fucking save that money, because only the legends are gonna be doing this shit for decades and decades. Only the very top talent are gonna have that type of staying power. Most people aren't. So
Yeah, they're never. Or if you're going to put it into something like land. Like,
exactly.
get land, get a fucking house. Avoid 3 trucks, but get something that you can fucking live in for the rest of your fucking life, or invest in something. Do something with the money other than spend it on retarded shit. Because when it's over, it's over. And a lot of people get a fucking job. Obviously, you're going to want to get a job, but if you've got like a 5-year gap on your resume, and they're like, "What did you do?" And you're like,
I was playing video games.
I played video games on the internet. They're gonna be like, "Get the fuck out of my office."
Yeah, it's hard to explain to HR and bosses.
So what qualifies you to work at the steel factory? Well, I am very good at Let's Playing Nintendo games. I don't know if you know that or not. I was kind of a big deal about that.
I built a functional suit of armor with my Nintendo Labo.
Keep saying a lot. It's basically just cardboard folded up, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's literally that.
You're buying cardboard boxes and then making fucking little forts out of it.
It looked ridiculous to me. I will say I saw one video of a little girl playing with it, and that did seem cute. But I mean, I'm not a sick.
Well, I want to know what happens when it gets wet. Like, I'm really curious what happens, because kids are gonna go outside and play with that shit. So if they fall down, it's gonna get dented. If they get in the water, is it gonna disintegrate? Like, how sturdy is that cardboard?
Let me ask you, Jim, are you considering purchasing a Switch?
Oh, I already own a Switch.
Oh, you do? I didn't know that.
He bing bing wahoo whip yippies too.
Oh no, didn't you listen to Blackface Kermit? He's told everybody that I have a Switch.
I didn't know that.
Oh fuck!
I have one too. I have Odyssey. I'm waiting for Smash to come out. We'll see what else.
Oh, bro.
No, I've got all my Labo kits displayed on the walls. So I know I was all into that PC gaming thing, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why would I want to play games on ultra settings when I can play games at 30 frames per second at
720p.
not even 720p, like 698p.
A weird thing. So 2 things from the chat. 1, Nora says, Ralph, no Labo for you.
I'm not getting Labo. I refuse.
And 2, what somebody said to ask about Queen of Pole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let me ask you about this because, by the way, Thomas Ellington, I don't have anything against him. I've talked to him. He's a nice guy, but he put out some videos and he said, "This is the real reason Jim did what he did to King of Paul. This is the real reason."
Oh, I'm getting the real reason. Hit me with the real reason.
No, I was like, oh, he's doing all this stuff behind the scenes and this and that, and like it was a response to that. And then of course, I mean, I've been around both you guys for years, not necessarily like constantly, but especially back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you kind of ran the same circles, right? I mean, it's not an exaggeration to say that you guys were talking, maybe not like best friends, but
well, not really.
Going on streams together though and stuff.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
I went on streams with a lot of people, but
That's true.
I went on streams with fucking ShortFatOtaku, I think, at one point.
That's
I went
true.
on streams with Sargon.
With me, yeah, I was gonna say with others.
But I mean, those were mostly streams.
But look, I just want to say, is part of it though, like, and I'm very familiar with King of Paul, and he seemed to always have a. I don't think it's inaccurate to call it an obsession with you.
Well, no. Here's the logic behind it, and it really is what I said. I don't know why that's so mysterious to people, but there were points on Twitter where he was claiming to be part of Metokur, and people called him out on that. I think Wild Goose did, if I remember right.
Wild Goose called him out on that. He also called him out on, he claimed a lot of like psychiatric nurse stuff that he didn't actually exist. And Wild Goose.
Well, yeah, I see. I don't know the background on that, but
yeah,
he wasn't a part of Metokur. But he'd always bring my name up in situations for no reason, and I fucking had enough. I got sick of people constantly saying, like, "Oh, he's bringing your name up," or is he associated with you? Are you best of friends? I played Street Fighter V with him occasionally. I'd play a fucking PC fighting game with him occasionally. And then I got this audio sent to me, and I was like, "That is some funny fucking shit."
It's hilarious. Yeah.
So that's really all there was to it. It was funny audio. There's no mystery to it. There's no, so Ellington is saying that I'm running behind the scenes, or Pole is running behind the scenes?
No, he was saying that, because of some of the stuff he was doing behind the scenes, with some other people and trying to fuck with internet blood sports, and that was kind of why you went at him. Whereas how
would going after Pole have any effect on internet blood sports? He wasn't really even a part of it. Did he have his own show?
No, he didn't.
I mean, from what I understood, like at the time there was Warski, there was the Kumite, you were doing the kill streams, and then you had Backyard Blood Sports, right? That was the four.
Yeah.
And I don't remember him being associated with really any of them.
No. I think I had him on once or twice, and he was on the Kumite a couple times.
Well, yeah, I mean, people have fucking guests on all the time, but what I'm saying is he wasn't like a fucking co-host on any of those shows.
No. But I mean, I guess just in general, I thought he was looking a little too deep when the answer's right there on the face of it. First off, the audio itself is just fucking hilarious, and then he's been tagging for years and stuff, and claiming stuff, or I'm tight with Jim and this and that, and we're friends, and just claiming stuff that doesn't exist, and I don't know. It just seems.
I legit thought the audio was funny. That's all that appealed to me.
Yeah.
And the fact that the person who sent it to me was the one that sent it to me made it even fucking more bizarre.
Grant, by the way, I know Grant a little bit. Yeah.
It's Invisible Crane.
Yeah.
Like the guy has been fucked with so much, and so I just to get that sent to you. He's like, "Fuck you, Brian." I was like, "All right, man, that's funny shit." And at one point in the fucking audio, he's like, "God, I hope Jim doesn't hear this." And I was like, "I have to play this now."
Now we've actually tried to get him on the show a couple times since, but
King of Pole or Grant?
No, King of Paul. Yeah, I don't know how to contact Grant.
I think he's probably drunk in Scotland somewhere at this point.
I used to have him on Skype. I don't know, maybe I still do somewhere. I don't even use Skype that much anymore, but he is quite the character. But yeah, I tried to get King of Paul to come on. I don't know if you saw. Actually, I know you saw because I saw you in the chat.
Oh fuck! That's another thing I forgot. I'm reading your chat right now as it's going by. Did you know that I doxed Chaggot on a 3-hour stream with him?
Oh no! Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
short-
another talking point.
ShortFatOtaku, yeah, told everybody that I
No
doxed
way.
them. Yeah, on the
He did,
3-hour
he
stream.
did.
That was me, all me doing that.
Well, by that logic, I doxed them too. Then, I mean,
It's quite amazing.
It's not like he said
he
everything
doxed
on
himself.
stream.
Yeah, I was about to say. He
I work
put
for this
all that
guy.
out there on stream, and he's
He,
been on
he
my stream
literally
since
went
then.
on stream, told people his name, told people where he worked, made outrageous statements, and then dared the chat to fuck with him. And then the chat did fuck with him.
Yep.
We were all passive observers of this shit.
He did that to himself.
Well, he wrote you an email saying, "Can you
Yes.
take down the stream where I doxed myself?"
First, he offered me $100, and then he raised it eventually to $500, and I still didn't take it. But I kept playing him along because I just want to see like how much he would actually offer. And it got up to $500, and then I just stopped responding. And then he eventually, I guess it was a few weeks later. I mean, he was just on this show. Was it just last week, Zidane, that he was on this show?
Yeah.
All these fucking days.
I liked how awkward that was, by the way, because that guy had no rapport with you people.
No, he was. Chaggit was, because he was here last week.
Yeah, it was just
And
last
then
week.
he came on the after show, and we tried to give him an intervention.
He kept saying how not gay he was,
It was really weird.
and
And he kept doing
but he
gay
wants to
shit.
hang around with all gay men. He's not gay. Of course not. He's not gay. Definitely 100%. But he wants to hang around with gay men and talk about gay things. But other than that, he's
Well, that explains what his attraction to Baked Alaska was, huh?
Oh, okay. That leads me to something. Baked Alaska did. I don't know if you've been watching the Kumite and following some of this stuff, but after the day after he got disowned by Ice Poseidon, he sent Mr. Worski an email. It was like, I'm
Oh,
really
did he?
Yeah, he did. I'm
What was
sorry.
it? What was it? Oh, he said he was sorry.
Yeah, he said he was sorry, and I still love you, bro. And today, I was actually on there for a few minutes earlier today. Andy, I don't know, he went to the store and took a moment. He had to go run an errand, and he ended up getting a couple traffic tickets. And then, after he announced that on the stream, Baked Alaska got on there and gave him $10 and put a little peace dove in the thing and said, "Here's to help you with your ticket," and gave him a super chat in the stream.
Well, I will tell you what I've noticed on Ice Poseidon. He has all these people around him, like leeches and just people he associates with that do streams of their own. And there have been a lot of fucking Baked Alaska jokes. I was kind of surprised by that. I watched what the fuck is his name? Brandon something, and then Burger Andy. And they were talking outside like a joint, and just out of the blue, they're like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" And he starts sniffling, and he goes, "Oh, Baked Alaska just dropped off a shitload of coke."
Holy fuck! He's a punching bag wherever he goes.
Oh, and
That's
did you
what he
hear?
is.
Did you hear? Yeah, Ice Poseidon too. Aaron was saying something in the RV, and Ice Poseidon's like, "Are you talking about that?" I think he said "faggot Baked Alaska." He's like, "That guy's a cuck. He's a giant fucking cuck."
Oh fuck! He's trying to be good with the ending, and that's why.
Poor let me ask you, if you had some advice to give to Baked Alaska, what would be your advice?
I have no fucking advice for Baked Alaska. Good luck.
All right.
Remember, I was trying to write off his name according to him.
Oh,
So what
God.
what advice could I give Baked Alaska?
True.
Yeah, that's true. He's the master. I
It's a
couldn't
great
imagine
Baked Alaska.
what
Look at his
advice you could
career.
give.
Oh yeah, no, he's a real fucking smashing success. Aaron has more subs than he does right now.
Oh. She made more money than him too.
By the way, let me see. We have Short FatOtaku in the DMs. He said, "Thanks for the offer, but I'm sitting down to eat dinner with the girlfriend."
Oh, that's so weird because he had to delay his stream because he was eating.
It's true.
He's
Every time something comes up, he's got to eat a little bit.
And he says, "It's okay though. I stand by pretty much everything I said, so I don't mind you guys doing whatever with it." That's
So I guess we're gonna have to wait till Friday to hear that great life coach advice from him.
Shockingly enough, he wants to wait till Friday, but he had time to post in the chat though and to to keep. I mean, he's 100% listening to us right now. I mean, there's no doubt.
Hey
about
guys,
it.
I can totally type in the chat and respond to DMs, but I'm eating right now, which makes it difficult to put a headset on my fat fucking face. Okay,
then-
buddy. All
And
right.
then how seriously? How long does it take to eat? Like, I mean, what are you at a 5-star restaurant? I mean, just eat and then come on. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't.
I mean, it's like, okay, well, we can sit here and wait. I mean, just fucking eat and then get on.
Well, hey, it'll make Friday all the more fun. I don't mind going to his channel and having a loving conversation. I don't know what he's going to bring up. I don't like the direction your channel's going, Jim. Okay. I don't like your content. Okay. Like, is that the end of the conversation? Like, where do we go from there?
I don't know. To me, like, one of the reasons I've always respected you and liked you is, I mean, you're pretty much the same dude you've always been. Like, I mean, it's not really any different from day one.
They called him out on that he was exactly the same. That was one of the points they made, that he never changed, that he was the same guy from the beginning.
That's a great fucking thing to me. Like, he's
that
always
was
been
one-
the same dude. He's always been laughing at Spurgs. He's always been just about having fun. And one of the reasons, in my opinion, that you got away from the movement I won't name again, movement, whatever you want to call it, was because it got away from being fun. It just been serious, and you can't do this. You're making us look bad, So I don't know.
It was exactly one of their points. He maintained the old status quo and hasn't progressed as a content creator.
What is that? I don't understand what that means.
Well, they said it.
What do you mean by progress as a content creator?
The quartering says confirm the Ralph retort is fagging for Mr. Metokur.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, the quartering's one of those boys that didn't like IBS very much. Well, he does like it, but he likes to bitch about it a lot. Just throwing that out there. By the way, quartering, I think this is a funny aside to the whole ShortFatOtaku stream that he did. I think it was the quartering. Was the one that DM'd me and said, "Hey, somebody's trying to shop around your docs. They got all this information." He sent me a screen grab of like the Jim Sucks Big Time blog, and at the very top, it's the language is Latvian, so I know it's Latviman, right? Latviman. That's why he's called that, is because he's Latvian. And so I was like, "Oh, that's funny." He's like, "I'm not going to do it." He was like, "I'm not going to do anything. I just wanted you to know." So it makes me wonder if Latviman went around to all these people saying, "Hey, I've got all this information," and nobody took it up except for ShortFatOtaku. Because that was like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago.
There's something about the aforementioned phenomenon that just has people, I don't know, they just don't want to let it go.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine, quartering. Sorry, I didn't know when I looked out for you. No, that's fine. Well, all I'm saying is, it seems like he was trying to get that information out, and nobody was interested in taking it. And for what ShortFatOtaku must have some gripe with me that runs deeper than what he's trying to present.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, it's something about, and I was being snarky or whatever. I mean, it's something about Gamergate that, like,
that's
really,
what it always revolves
really
back
is.
to. Yeah.
Like, it's something about that, and certain people just cannot get over it, and they just want to keep talking about it, and they still hold that grudge even now. Like, it's literally been, Jim, it's almost been 4 fucking years.
There's a quartering saying, "I'm pretty certain that person sent it to multiple people." Yes. Yeah, no, I'd imagine it was getting shopped around. And I'm fine with it, man. Luffy Man can do whatever he likes. We used to do funny shit together on Metokur, but it's just, again, interesting to me that ShortFatOtaku is the one that jumped on it.
Now, let me ask you this. Of course, there's a lot of people that they resent your anonymity, or they show your face. Baked Alaska said that. Other people have said that to you.
Yeah, everybody hates anonymity.
They hate it.
Yeah, but they hate it because they've turned their face into a brand.
Yeah.
Sargon was pro-anonymity until he got doxxed.
Sure,
and then suddenly he became Carl. And then everything revolved around him, and now anonymity's bad. Everybody talks about anonymity, how it's so terrible. It's been a fucking common theme, even before the internet. The Federalist Papers were signed with fucking fake names. You had the fucking, the Rosicrucianists in 16th century Europe they were literally trolling people with a fake philosophy for laughs, doing it under fake names. Like that mentality's always been there to fuck with people and just to do it under the guise of anonymity. But for some reason, man, when it gets flipped around, suddenly anonymity becomes a bad thing when you become a brand. I don't understand that. I don't understand that mindset. Half the fun of the internet is being anonymous.
Even Monday Matt just came in the chat and said it's time to let Gamergate go. That's what Monday Matt just said.
Yeah, it's been 4 years. How long is
long
it?
can
How
you
long
go
is it?
with
Fucking, it's like a half a decade now at this point.
It's
Yeah,
seriously getting into like scary territory. Like, why are you even still caring about this? Like, I don't understand.
Well, it reminds me, like, every once in a blue moon, you'd come across like Chinology people yelling at each other, and you'd be like, "Are you guys still fucking going on about this shit?" Like, the Thunderdome has been closed. Nobody's in the streets baking cakes for L. Ron Hubbard anymore. What are we doing?
Let me ask you though, if for some reason someone muted Monday Matt, look, I don't have control of this channel. Unfortunately, this is not. I mean, I have my space, I'm branched and stuff, but I can't. My wife just messaged me and said somebody muted Monday Matt. Matt, I can't help you, dude. So I apologize if you wanted to say more, but I guess. What would you do though if somebody actually did like have all your info, have your private pictures and out you, like, would that change anything that you do online? Like, would you decide to just hang it up, or?
Well, I mean, if they found my amateur gay porn, I'd probably I'd probably be slightly bothered by that. No, I don't think much would change, to be honest. I still would be pro anonymity. I don't understand why that switches. I don't understand why that suddenly changes. You can call somebody with a name or without a name a faggot equally. You know what I mean? So it's not like you're more empowered to shit on them if they have a name. It's a really weird thing to me. Maybe it's because I really liked 4chan since its inception. I got really used to using a fucking image board as opposed to a forum, and you get used to just being around whatever the fucking post is rather than who the person is.
Right.
But social media has changed. Everybody's changed. Every fucking little kid now has a Facebook and a fucking Instagram and all that shit, and they throw their address up and their phone number and their name and their face, and they just don't give a shit. They think it's totally cool. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with just self-doxing at the age of fucking 10 because they don't understand what's coming around the corner when they get a little older.
What do you think the future is? And you've talked about this before, but in terms of live streaming and putting your opinions out there, doing videos, is it going to continue on YouTube, or do you see another competitor coming? I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't, because it would take such a massive capital injection. Like,
I think it's going to be a shift. I don't know about. I don't know how it'll be in regards to a competitor, but YouTube itself, I think it'll shift from video creation to streaming. If you want to make money, you can.
It's already doing that now.
Yeah, and I've been watching that happen. But if you want to make money, you can make so much stupid amounts of money streaming. Even with a small audience, you can make more money streaming with super chats and Streamlabs than you could ever make on advertising revenue. And I think that a lot of people are seeing that, and they're thinking, okay, I could put out a 30-minute video, and I could work my ass off for it, put it up, monetize it, and then have the monetization stripped away, and maybe have a Patreon or a maker's support or whatever the fucking service is, and maybe make a couple bucks off it. Or I could do a stream every couple of days, have a bunch of people watch it, get a shit ton of super chats or Streamlabs, and text-to-speech, TTS, all that shit, and make quadruple that amount with less effort. I mean, fuck, people like to shit on Ice Poseidon, but the guy's pulling in streams from 20 to 40,000 fucking people. The amount of money he makes in a few hours is ridiculous. He could set a camera up in a fucking empty room and pull in $1,000. And so I think people are going to start to look at that, and they're going to be like, yeah, that's where we want to do it. And I think it really is going to take place on YouTube for about a year or two before they tighten down on it, because Twitch is way too oppressive. You try to do anything out of the line on Twitch.
No,
yeah,
you can't even
fucked.
think about it on Twitch.
Twitch's TOS is insane.
No, that they hit you for offsite stuff too, so you can get banned on Twitch for not even doing the shit on Twitch.
Your tweets.
It's fucking crazy. And Ice Poseidon, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of his.
Well,
but I
even
can't, I can't hate
Asian-
the hustle though. Like I can't hate the
You're
hustle.
right. Well, even Asian Andy. Okay, somebody threw that up as an example.
I
Yeah,
like
his
Asian Andy.
his 3-day stream in isolation, they said, made about $30,000.
Oh.
Three days, $30,000. I mean, that's for some people, that's a fucking yearly salary.
Yeah.
He made it in 3 days, sitting on his ass, letting people scream at him. That's incredible. I mean, there's real fucking money potential there. So I think that's where it's going to go. I mean, I used to think it was like list videos and shit, and those still make money. Compilation videos still make money, but I think streaming on this site is the future. And I think everybody's going to fucking do it. And you don't need to worry about super chats because everybody fucking uses Streamlabs.
Yeah, I would have to. I mean, just look. I mean, I've been on YouTube for a while, and you know, my main thing was always writing and stuff. But you know, once the streams take off, once you get, you know, a decent audience, it's something altogether. And I mean,
Well, and I don't think YouTube's going to fuck with the formula just yet. I think they're going to let it slide, if you want my honest answer, for about a year.
unless
maybe.
you're a dumbass and show somebody finger in their pussy.
Oh,
and shit
I'm not
like
even
that.
talking about that, like
Yeah.
egregious open violations. But I mean, like, they'll let it slide for a year or two to build it up, and then
Yeah.
you're going to see the hammer come down, and it'll become more Twitch-like.
But you see people saying nigger, people saying faggot. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So anybody listening that wants to make money off this while you still can
you
make
better
money
get
off
in
this,
now. Yeah.
you better fucking do it now. You got 2 years tops to really fucking nail the numbers on that shit.
Because when I had to go away for a little while, you already know, but and when I came back and people were doing these streams, and I talked about this with Wild Goose as well, like me and him both were just astonished that these things were being allowed to be said on YouTube. And it seems to be a different rule set for live streams versus like set videos. You know what I mean? I don't know if you agree with that, but it seems like you can get away with more.
Oh
on a
no, yeah,
live
you
stream.
you absolutely can, because I don't want to say it and jinx it, but I think YouTube wants to make it the premier streaming site.
Yeah.
And because they want to compete, they'll be lax on the approach for a while. But when they notice the tilt, when they notice it becomes more popular on YouTube, that's when they're gonna fucking hammer you.
When they think they have it, and they're just like,
Yeah,
okay,
when there's
cool.
some faggot streaming Minecraft with 80,000 people watching on YouTube rather than on Twitch is when they're going to be like, okay, it's time to fucking tighten the leash a little bit.
And I wonder if Facebook has kind of changed their mindset too, because Facebook has a huge.
Oh well,
live streaming.
Facebook is great if you want to watch people get executed
Yeah,
live.
no, I was going to say. I was
Jesus,
hoping you'd bring
yeah.
that up. I myself have seen 2 or 3 executions on there, just straight up executions. Like,
Oh, I've seen fucking beatings, executions, people shooting guns off at houses and shit. Like I've seen crazy shit on Facebook. They don't give a fuck about live streaming. But you put a video up or post up that says, "Hey, let's talk about the Jews." You're fucking gone. You shoot somebody in the head, and they're like, "That's fine. That's okay."
we'll get around to it. I'm looking at Wings of Redemption here. Should I turn it back up for a sec? Let me see.
Because I had a
He's not
slight
doing
murmur
anything.
in my heart. They
He's
noticed
really
a
not. He's
minor
just sitting
little
there.
hiccup, and they're like, "We need to do."
I mean, I don't know that this
post-
qualifies.
I'm just waiting for chat to be like, "Stop sniffing your fingers," because the more they bring that up, the more he's going to do it.
Let me message ShortFatOtaku one more time.
You don't understand, Ralph. He's eating a 4-hour dinner. He just can't make it.
He's only on course
It's
2.
ridiculous.
8-course meal.
It's completely ridiculous. How many people did he have watching the stream earlier? I wasn't watching it live until the very end. I didn't really pay attention. I was on my phone. So
I think once the person, okay, so sorry, they sent me the link, and I think it was like 300 or 400 watching,
oh, okay.
and then when I responded to it, it jumped up to like 900.
Sure.
So you're welcome, ShortFatOtaku. That's probably the most people watching your shit you've ever had. But yeah, it's like, I don't know what his normal stream numbers are. I mean, he's got 33,000 subs, so I would expect they'd be high.
I mean, I've seen him do streams with like 20 people watching, but those were game streams. So I don't really know what he averages on his non-gaming.
Oh no,
stream.
I went and looked at his Twitch stream because I was curious after watching this 2-hour debacle. I was like, all right, let me get a feel for the guy because I really don't know much about him.
Sure.
And it's is it Best Friend Plays? Who are the guys that do the Let's Plays where they sit on a couch? It's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I saw him doing one of those.
Yeah. It's like he's copying that. Yeah.
Like, and it shows the camera, and it's him and his friend, like sitting there on the couch. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, with like 17 people watching, that kind of shit.
It didn't seem majorly compelling. Let's put it that way.
But hey, I mean, he is going to give me the hot strategies to maximize my potential as a surrogate. He's going to be my surrogate father. He's going to be like, "Are you winning, son?" And I'm going to be like, "Teach me, Dad."
All right, let's see. I do have a super chat, and the reason I'm going to go ahead and break in and read it is because, I guess they're dicking at me. They said, Ralph just realized Jim doesn't care about anyone. I think I've known that for a while. Jim cares about the laughs. I mean, you've said that openly. Like, it's not really a secret.
Well, it was like a mind fuck on Kumite when I told them point blank, I'm not anybody's friend here. Does that fucking clear? It was like it felt like I just landed on the moon or something. Like, met an alien who's looking at me like, "Who the fuck are you? What are you saying?"
I mean, you've openly said that for years. Like, I'm about having fun. I'm about laughing, preferably at other people.
Yeah, I want some entertainment. That's all it is. It's really fucking simple. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of other people like, and ShortFatOtaku's talked about this too. And he just doesn't want to take it seriously. Sargon talked about this. Oh, you could be so much if you take it seriously. Dude, there are plenty of other people who take all this shit super seriously. Like, you can find that there's no problem if you want to go that route. You've never claimed to be that person. Like, I don't know why they're so upset. That's why when I responded to him earlier, I was genuinely like, why are you so upset? Like,
I think the funniest thing out of the whole stream for me was the internet friendship shit. I don't know why that keeps getting brought up by so many different sources. You need internet friends, Jim. I don't know why ShortFatOtaku thought that was a really important point to hammer home, but he did.
What are your...
It's fucking Facebook generation, I guess. I don't know.
Can you give us, by the way, you're very kind to join us for this long, but what are your plans for...
are you playing me off? Is that your nice way of playing my ass off?
I want you to stay for... No, I was being generous. I didn't want to keep you past your...
So, thanks for joining us, Megan, but get the fuck out of here now.
No, I didn't want you to get sick of me first. That was the thing. What are your plans for Friday? If you don't reveal everything.
Well, whatever. What? Do you guys know what time it was? Did he say 3? I think
he said 3, and I'm assuming that's United States time, Eastern, but I couldn't say.
Well, there you go. So at 3:00, I'll show up on Friday, and I get some managerial pointers from the hottest sensation on YouTube, ShortFatOtaku. And then I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how the conversation's expected to go. I don't like your content. Okay. I don't like your direction. Okay. You're wasting your potential. Okay.
Just stop watching. That would be my thing. Oh, Thomas Ellington actually responded to me. He said, my theory was that he went after King of Paul because he was hanging around doxers and flaggers, some who were trying to dox Metokur, that would be you, of course, as well. It wasn't because Jim was protecting IBS. No, I didn't necessarily mean it like that. That you were trying to protect internet blood sports. But I just thought he was looking for a deeper meaning than what actually existed. That was kind of my point. But that's what he just said to me.
Yeah, no, I'm unaware of that. So if Paul was doing that, I didn't know. I don't know if he was doing that. Is he doing that? Does Ellington have some big expose video?
He's done a few videos, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. After you did your video and after we made fun of him, I kind of stopped paying attention to him because it's like, what else? Like, what else can you say at that point? I did try to get him on the show a few days ago. I was like, hey man, you should come on, give your side. Mostly just because I thought it'd be funny, and I would like to see him come on just to have fun. But he, you know what? Shockingly enough, he hasn't done that. I'm sure he will eventually, but he said he didn't want to come on. He said he didn't want to be a part of E-drama. He's not that person. Which
all right.
Kind of surprised me since I've ever known him. That's basically his main point in life is to be involved with E-drama. But he said that wasn't something he wanted to do.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry if that shoots down a theory of his. Again, the audio got sent to me. I genuinely thought it was funny, and so that's why I played it.
And it was pretty funny. By the way, I don't know, you were watching the stream. Danny himself came on the kill stream.
Poor abused Danny, man of many outlines. Yep.
And you know what? He was mad that, I had Brian's, ex-girlfriend on the show. Excuse me. Oh, I shouldn't say Brian. That'll be considered a dox, even though he spread his name all over the internet himself. I apologize. King of Paul. He came on the show and he was mad that I had her on the program, and he seemed to be more mad about that than the recording in general. I don't know. The whole thing was just.
Yeah, I don't really know much about him and his ex. I couldn't really comment on it.
All right.
Okay, I'll take my cue. I'll take my cue.
No, I'm just running out of questions. Like, if I'd have known you would be on here, like, I would have had a set prepared list of questions.
No, that's fun. Let me just throw this out there though for the people watching.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I've got a fantastic life coach that's going to be giving me great advice this Friday at 3 p.m. on his channel, ShortFatOtaku.
Oh shit.
So be sure to tune in. We can all learn a lesson about how to maximize our potential. So I think that's going to be pretty important for anybody that wants to be a YouTube sensation. I don't know if that's downplaying it too much. I mean, ShortFatOtaku is a YouTube sensation. Maybe we can achieve that if we try really hard. I don't know. But Friday at 3. Yeah.
Now let me 1 second. Zidane, do you have anything before we let Jim escape this?
I would just tell him to watch out for Rick and Morty level bans.
I know they spit the fire that's scalding hot. I'll try to fucking survive it. Somebody, I think he put up like I don't even know. You know what? I don't want to give away too much.
No, don't.
I'm gonna have to go and meditate a while on how to deal with Mr. What was it? Mortiker?
Mortiker.
Mortiker, yeah. So I will try to come up with an amazing comeback to that, but I don't know.
Meditate, and you should feel bad for being allegedly being. By the way, there's no proof of this, but a 40-year-old that's fucking a 20-year-old. You should. That's
like the word.
You should do some penance for that, and really think about where your life is. That you're.
I know it's shameful. It's shameful, fucking prime pussy. It's a terrible thing to do. I will do a few Hail Marys and beat myself in submission.
Self-flagellation, please. Yes, go ahead and.
I'm gonna flagellate the shit out of myself. Just going hog wild with that. But thanks for having me on. Have a good rest of your stream.
Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna laugh if I leave this thing, and then ShortFatOtaku suddenly doesn't need to eat anymore.
Oh,
mysterious. Yes.
Mysterious mysteries. All right, take it easy.
Thank
later,
you,
buddy.